She knows what it's like to have a child, or 5 boys like I do, to see that you got to put food on the table for these people, that you got to send them to school, that you got to stay home and awake, helping them with their homework, you got to tend to them when they're sick. I don't think she's experienced what it's like to run a business. I run the largest volleyball camp in the country. I hire 50 to 70 coaches every summer. I fire people, I hire people, I work with them. I have the largest volleyball camp for a reason. And I have that experience behind me. 30 years of life experience. That's hard to replace when you're 27 years old. So if both of us are going into this thing with the same lack of experience in politics, I can't believe she says she has more than I do. I have 2 years of council experience, and I'm just the tip of the iceberg. I've made many mistakes, as I said, but I've also gained a lot of knowledge. I am amazed at what I know today that I didn't know 2 years ago. And I am deeply embedded in the fact that I have much, much more to learn. I have a long history. I think some of these people said of being here in this community, working with you. I've coached some of your kids in volleyball. I've coached some of your kids in T-ball and coach pitch. And today I coach some of your kids in Southside Volleyball Club. I've had your kids fishing at the Keiki Fishing Tournament in Punaluu, one of the largest now on this island. Maybe you've cleaned the pond with us down there, or cleaned the highway together, or raised money for our van for the hospital, or raised money for the van and the Boys and Girls Club. But I've been a part of this community for a long time. And those of you who have parts of my life, who have been teachers for me, friends of the family, and so on, I thank you. People, the way is clear. Without you, we cannot win this race. I'll say again, Kau, we cannot sit on our fannies anymore. I need your help. This is what I need you to do. We cannot say, no worries, you get them. Because I did get it this last time. Okay? We cannot say, I'm just one vote. Because every single vote today counts. 4 years ago, I helped Brenda DeMondo run a race against Bob Jacobs, and she lost by 48 votes. And I could count on my fingers 48 people who did not go to vote. Every vote counts here, people. So if somebody tells you my vote is not important, they're absolutely wrong. Your vote counts. You're too busy. That's what I hear. I can tell you people about being too busy. I can tell you people about sacrifice. Ask my kids about sacrifice. Ask my wife about sacrifice. There are a lot of sacrifice, but I tell you what, it's so easy today for me just to walk away from this, but I don't. Because I understand the value of this position, and it is the price we have to pay for the future that we want. But I cannot bear this price alone. The sacrifice needs to come from each and every one of you sitting here today, outside and in here. If we share the sacrifice, the work gets done. If each of us shares a little sacrifice, my load is not that heavy. That's what the essence of team is, where we take the time to serve one another. On my flyers, you'll see the greatest things that we ever do are the things that we do with and for each other. I've lived my life like that. And I also live my life by saying this: you're only as successful or as good as the people that surround you. And you're here tonight, and we have a mission. I need you to reach out. I need you to do a couple things. And then I'm going to end here, so hang with me. Number one, you need to go to the polls. And you need to do it early. Early voting starts next week, Tuesday. Now, before I talk about that, the early ballot mail-in are already in the mail. Anybody receive theirs in the mail? Take care of that. If you got it in the mail, that is the best way, because you know what? There's a lot of things to deal with this year. There is the charter amendment every 10 years, and this is the 10th year. So you're going to have a lot of these things on there. If you go to my website, GuyEnriquez.com, is that right? Go to my website. We're going to put in a bunch of things in there. We'll give you some ideas on how to vote. We have our IOWU. Their concerns will be on there. And I'm hoping this is okay, but we're going to try and put in the HDA's thoughts on how to vote, so that you have an idea on these big issues that even I don't know about at this point in time. But go on our website, visit that, and it'll give you an idea. So when you go to the polls and you see there's all these things you got to read through, hopefully you'll have an idea and make an educated choice. But the only real choice you needed to go when you point the ballot is Guy Enriquez. And then if you throw in the rest, mail in your ballots when you get them. Number 2, Tuesday, you can come right here. Anytime between 9 and 12. They have lunch between 12 and 1. And then 2 and 3, you come back. Find your way here early or as soon as you can. That's what I ask you to do. Vote early. When you're taking care of your vote, the next thing I ask you to do is take care of your family members that can vote. Every person in your family should be voting and do the same thing as you. You are carrying this island, Ka'u. District 6, you are carrying this island. It is on your shoulders at this point. Everybody outside is looking in. And the fight is huge. After you've taken care of your family, check your neighbors. Call your friends. Talk to your associates that you work with every day. Convince them to get to the early votes. And then on November 2nd, and every Friday up until then, you put on the shirt that says Enriquez, but it's really spelling Ka'u and District 6. And you wear that proudly, and you go sign wave. We have to speak up, District 6. The island depends on all of us. A third powerful man in the country called for a reason. Mr. Kanoi took the time for a reason. Mr. Chang was here for a reason. The mayor's staff is here for a reason. These people who endorsed it, this seat, did it for a reason. People, let's work together. Let's get to the polls. Get everybody to the polls. Ka'u, we're going to win this race. I got to thank Uncle Bobby. You know, last thing I'm going to say is each of us, and I've said this before many times, each of us, like a pebble in a real calm pond. You throw that pebble and we ripple out. Each of you are pebbles in the pond. But some of you are boulders. When you drop, you make a big ripple. Just like this guy here. It's like Aaron Kawayama. It's like Wayne Kawachi. And all the other speakers here tonight. We each got to go out and make a difference, people. You carry the weight of this island on your shoulders. I'm going to sleep good tonight. I really am going to sleep good, and I thank each and every one of you for coming out. I want to thank our coffee farmers for putting the coffee out for you people. Let's give them a nice round of applause. Those of you who came all the way from Kona, all the way from Hilo, Ocean View, Volcano, my heart goes out to you. I wish that you travel home safely, because we need you. Did I forget anything? I bid all of you good night. Go to the polls, get everybody else around you to the polls, and aloha.